Okay. Welcome to this video where I talk about how I make stuff. And for this video, I'm going to talk about how I made a short film called Running Scared. And I love this so much because it has everything. It has physical activity, it has nature, it has scaredness. It's really great, and I'm really proud of it. My name is Eleni Mata, and I am miscellaneous because I do a lot of different things. I am a writer, director, actor. Now, I am not a runner. Like, I wouldn't consider myself a runner, but I do like running. There are days where I really love to run, and there are days that I just don't want to run. And the days that you don't want to run, you just wish you had a little bit of a push, like some reinforcement. And that was the premise of this short. This short, called Running Scared, is about going for a run with a little bit of help. I'm going to go through 3 different parts of production, which is pre-production, production, and post-production. All 3 parts are incredibly important, but I am a huge believer that your production is as strong as your pre-production. Pre-production is where you spend the time to plan your whole shoot, whether that's a photo shoot, whether that's a video shoot, whether that's any type of shoot at all. This is the time that you take to plan it all together. Sometimes for me, pre-production can last just an hour to a few hours to even a few days. It really does depend on how big the project is. But for this, I just wanted to make something quickly because I had woken up, I hadn't planned anything for this day, but I took at least 30 to 45 minutes just to write a skeleton concept and just went from there. So I thought about what is it that I have access to. In terms of environment, equipment, people for the cast. So from there, I started brainstorming what I could make. I knew for a location, I had access to my house, I had access to the outdoors. More specifically, I was really attracted to filming on the bike path that's close to my house. It was going to be not a lot of people, natural sunlight, so I wouldn't have to worry too much about lighting. And it was just nice backdrop. The set was already dressed, so it worked for me. For equipment, I had the Sony a7 III, and then I had the Manfrotto tripod, but no audio equipment, don't go for me. But I honestly thought I didn't need audio because a lot of what I wrote required VO, which was something that I was going to record in post-production. I did ask for help. I think if you are somebody who is like me, who can be a little bit of a martyr and wants to do everything themselves, I highly suggest asking for help because somebody has to monitor the camera. And for the safety of the camera and for the safety of the shot and for myself, I definitely wanted help. So I contacted my friend Erica and she was totally down. Once I had my crew, my location, my equipment set up, I started typing the script. And from there, was able to develop my storyboard. All I did was I just copy pasted my script and used Google stock images to just focus on what I wanted the shot to look like, at what angle, whether it was a close-up, a medium shot, or a wide, that I used Google stock for. And these shots I knew were going to be pretty simple, so it wasn't anything more than a side angle shot and a front-facing shot that was either a close-up, medium, or wide. Once everything was completed, I went to my local library, printed the script, and went to go get Erica. I love production. I love production. Ever since I got the opportunity to work on 2 films, it really is a different kind of rush to be on set and do your work with other people. It is so, it's unlike anything. Having Erica with me was an absolute dream, and it was so much help. I really love having other people on set with me, especially working on projects like this, because I have somebody to work off of, to bounce ideas off of. So I can't be right all the time. So to have another creative, another actor, another person, another set of eyes, somebody who is also extremely talented in set dressing and setting up a shot, it was just all the help that I could have ever needed. On set actually worked out really well. The path was pretty clear. I was able to put my phone at the side to capture behind the scenes footage. Erica was really great at moving around. I think one of the most challenging shots was us trying to figure out how we were going to do like a shot of me running. But Erica, grabbed onto the camera and just followed me together. And then we're just following the script as we went and just checking off all the things. And it only lasted about, say, like 2 hours. And I say only 2 hours because some projects are much, much longer. When you have to do it take after take after take after take. I think 2.5 hours, I want to say, was like the sweet spot of how long we took. It's not that I don't like post-production. I actually do like it. Like, once I'm in the flow of editing, I'm like, yes, bitch, yes, girl, you are that girl. It's just starting post-production. I don't know if anyone else can relate, but it's starting, especially when you are the person who has done the pre-production and production and now you have to edit. I get tired. So, but I pushed myself. Post-production was actually pretty simple. I did my usual setup, so I transferred my footage. I watched and labeled my footage. No, I didn't, but that's what you should do. I imported it into Premiere. Because there were only a few simple scenes, it was actually really easy to put them together. So I just did a rough cut on the timeline. And from there, I just really wanted to look at how smoothly everything was establishing. Meaning, does the story make sense? Like, what I'm trying to say, do you get it? Like, is it clear? Once the story is clear, that's when I started playing around with zoom-ins and reversal shots. Now, here's the problem that I faced. And I seem to do this every time. And I don't understand why, because I feel like I did a good job in my pre-production. I guess I just... So anyway, believe it or not, I didn't have enough B-roll of me running. Like, I don't know how that happened, because I honestly thought that was the most footage that we captured, but it just wasn't enough to me when I was editing it, enough to establish that, like, what was going on. So what I had to do was actually take a few shots and reverse them to make it look like I was running in different directions. And there was another one that I actually took and I split it in half. So it was like I was farther away running, and then I zoomed in on like a close-up of my shoes, and then I used the same clip, but I was just a little bit closer. So just indicate that I had been running for a really long time. I'm working on it. I'm really working on it. But I embrace when I approach challenges like that, because I'm like, how am I going to fix this time? So I feel like I unintentionally keep my brain working with post-production, because it is like a puzzle. Like all processes of film, post-production can 100% be a puzzle. After that, I did some color correcting. No bright colors here. My intention was for it to be cold, for it to be, the ant is on my phone. Okay, can exhale. My only intention was for it to be cold and to give this feeling of emptiness. And I don't know if I accomplished that, but Erica said that she loved the color, so I consider it a win. I then utilized royalty-free music from YouTube. I put the link in the description of who I got it from, and it was something that I forgot to credit when I first published it, but I will remind myself now, and anybody who's using royalty-free music on YouTube, post the link of that artist in the description, because it's only fair. It's only fair. My goal in the future is to actually make my own score for these short films, but girl, that takes a long time. I then watched the short a few times, made sure that I liked it, that I was happy with it. I knew I love something that I make when I watch it a few times. If I watch something that I make and I'm like, I just step back and probably won't look at it for 24 hours. And then I'll come back again, and then I'll rewatch it, and then I'll ask myself, like, okay, is it really that bad, girl? Or is it just like me just setting too much of a high expectation for myself, when really I should be proud about the fact that I even made something in the first place? You know what I mean? So once I was satisfied, I published it. Okay, my shot has changed again because the iPad fell on the floor. So this is gonna be all over the place. This video is all over the place, but it's done. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. It just has to be done, okay? And this is done. Martini. Martini means the last shot before you go out for drinks and celebrate. So I'm gonna take a moment to talk about what went well and what I would want to do for next time. This short was really a lot of fun to make and really much of a challenge. It challenged me on figuring out what to write, how to write short, like how to make something succinct and tight but still understandable. And I feel like I still have a lot of work to do there, but the only way that I'm going to get better is if I keep practicing. So I am going to continue the tradition of creating every single Saturday with my friends to make these shorts and make stuff, because it's fun and it's just good practice for the brain and your body and my hands. What went well? I think everything went well. It's a finished product. My metric for success was for this to be completed. My metric for success was to make something, was to find friends, was to film something, and was to put it in post and publish it, honey. So I think everything went well. I went above and beyond my expectations, so I think everything went well. But I will give extra props to me for editing the same day. According to my script, I edited the same day, and I'll believe it because this was past me writing it. And just doing the work the day of. For next time, I'm gonna give more time for the script. And I'm totally going to not just do that, but I'm going to give it to somebody else for feedback. Somebody who is also a writer. Honestly, I should have gave it to Erica before printing it out. These things happen so that I could do this for next time. There it is. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being forgiving of my camera not being totally perfect. As somebody who has been making stuff for other people for years, it's a different process to make stuff for yourself. I feel like you're overcritical, you're over-structured, and it's like, girl, just make it. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Eleni Mata, also calling myself miscellaneous because I am. Goodbye.